6 at the back. Is it? Yeah, that's it. Good. That's a great organisation.
You can't get a good England team and you can't get a higher percentage of English players in the Premier League without sorting out what's happening in the roots. And we know full well that it's not just about producing players, they don't just fall off trees. You have to work very hard, you have to improve the coaches, you have to have the coach educators in facilities like St George's Park where we are today to make sure that they get as many people through the system as they can so that the information and content going into the children is as good a quality as possible, because children are sponges, they take everything in, they soak everything up. The information all the time is so important to them, and if they get good information there's an opportunity then for England, English football, British football to produce more football players of a higher quality.
Eric was my youth team coach, mentor at Manchester United, and he brought all of us through, me, Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, David Beckham.
So there'll be a David Beckham here somewhere. If there's no grassroots coaches, there's no grassroots football. It's as simple as that, and then there's no football. You know, and I talk about grassroots coaches, they are so important, it's not true. I mean, I give them so much praise, it's unbelievable. Brilliant that now.
It's not for me to educate people who are giving up their time free of charge as to how and why they should do better. There are many courses that are put on by all different partners, the McDonald's, the FA. Go on as many courses as you possibly can, learn as much about football as you possibly can. I'm 37 years of age now and played at the top for a long time, but learn something all the time, learn something every day. I'll learn something today with these kids because that's the way of life. You have to continue to progress and educate yourself and learn.
I've been putting some drills on where what they've got to do, they've got to get into some space, they've got to imagine where space is, they've got to look over the shoulder to see there's no defenders there before they receive the ball, and I just drum that into them time and time again, because I know that if they can conquer that, and the coaches in grassroots football will take that on board, they'll become much better players.
Right, spread out Blues so your goalkeeper can pass to you.
But there's no good that this facility being here, not just being used for the elite people, they have to be used for every single type of football person in the country who can improve English football. And one of the largest responsibilities we have are the people at the very start of their careers, at the ages between 4 and 12, where that information comes into their minds and they start to think about wanting to be a football player, how they're going to be a football player. And if we can get children and coaches, more importantly, through this magnificent place that we're in here today, you know, if we can get as many people as we can through it, it really will help deliver a more successful English football.